And then you start writing step 2. Your mind gave you that. Your mind gave you step 3, step 4, step 5. Why? Because you thought about these steps, and your thoughts come from your mind. Your mind feeds it to your brain. Your brain tells you. All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the New Era Mindset. Glad you guys are here. If you are watching this video, thank you so much. If you are listening to the podcast, I really, really appreciate that. I want to talk to you guys about something today that completely just fascinates me. And the reason I want to talk to you guys about this is because it plays a role, it plays a part in absolutely everything that you do in your life. And as soon as I get into it, you'll see exactly why. But the main reason why I want to talk to you guys about this is, because it plays a role in your life. But the more you learn about this, the more you learn about what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today, the more you could use it to your advantage, and the more you could use it to change your life, to become better, to learn, to grow, to develop shit, to you fucking have a drug addiction. You could use this to overcome that drug addiction. You have you can't stop gambling, whatever. Okay. You could use this to stop gambling. This is, I don't know if it would be considered a tool. I don't know if it would be considered, I wouldn't know exactly what to call it, if I'm honest, but I just know that, when I started to grow, when I started to learn, because I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I used to have a mindset that literally would not show me the world like it really is. And that is just sad. It's sad, at least to me, right? Because once I started to learn, to open my eyes, to open my mind, to I wanted to learn and grow and see, when I started to learn that there's more to this life, I wanted to do more. And because I knew that for a fact that I can, right? That this is something I can actually, if I want to build a business in my life, I can work towards building a business. And if I put the work necessary, it'll happen, right? And so I started to learn more and to consume certain information and to practice things that would, help me build my character into something that is what would be required, to have the success that I want, the success that I desire, right? So I started to work little by little on this thing, on myself. And as I started to learn and grow, I stumbled upon something that I found just fascinating. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about this today. And I hope you guys find it just as fascinating as I do, because this is something that plays a role in everything that you do in your life, from the thoughts to the actions that that you take in your life. This plays a role in that. Okay, so I really, really want to, I really want to talk about this today, and I'm hyped, guys. I'm really hyped because I just find this so fucking interesting, right? And the fact that you could use this to help you is just fucking amazing to me. Okay, I just finished reading a book, and I know I'm moving a little bit. I'm not shifting away from what I'm gonna be talking to you guys about, but I just want to give you guys a little bit of background. Okay, and you know what? Fuck it. Let's just start, right? Let's just start talking about it, and I'll give you guys the background. Just say fuck it, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys about the mind. Why do I want to talk to you guys about the mind today? Well, the reason why is because the mind is such a powerful, it's such a powerful thing that many people don't even realize how they can use it to their advantage, right? So I want to talk to you guys about that today, so that hopefully you guys can learn how you can use your mind to help you accomplish the shit that you want to accomplish, right? The mind works in a really interesting way. And it's actually quite simple to let your mind, or to use your mind to work for you in this physical life that that we have, right? I'm gonna tell you guys something here. I don't think we're just this physical thing, the physical body that we see, the physical, all the cars, houses, all this shit. This is just like a face to me. But there's more behind everything. And I feel like the mind is part of that more. The mind, however, can be accessed, and we know this. But the mind also has access to something even deeper than the mind itself. I started reading for the very, very, very first time ever, Think and Grow Rich. And what I found about this book, what I took mainly from this book is the mind. How the mind literally has, it has this weird energy that it helps you in this physical, and like you could transform the thoughts or the energy or the whatever you put in your mind, you can transform it into a physical thing, right? But there's a process to be able to make it, to be able to make that happen, right? But the main thing that I took from this book is the mind, because I've realized, well, although up until now I've been working, I've been doing stuff, I've been trying to to become something bigger than when I was younger. I never wanted, like, I would tell myself shit like, what, I want to have some money but not too much. I just want to have enough just to cover the needs of my life, like, and just have a chill life. And yeah, but then as I grew and as I started to learn more, I was like, what the fuck am I saying? Like, I want more in my life. I really do want more in my life, and not because I'm trying to just make money. And it's not just about money, but I want to make something, like, I want to do something in my life that fills me with joy, fulfillment, happiness, and learning about the mind is one of those things that I've seen now, that I can use my mind to help me in these things. It can help me be happier. It can help me be more joyful. It can help me be more fulfilled. It could make me healthier. It can do so many things. If only I learn how I can use my mind to help me build and create the things that I want to create in my life. Let me tell you a little bit something here. Okay. The way I see it is, the mind wouldn't necessarily be the tool. The brain would be the tool. The mind would be like a communicator kind of thing, right? And there's something else behind the mind. Behind the mind, there's this, you can call it a room full of knowledge, full of information, data that you don't even know it's there. But your mind will extract certain information from that pool of knowledge, from that room of data, right? It'll grab information and send it to your brain. Let's take an idea as an example, right? You have an idea. And somebody tells you, hey, okay, you have an idea, write it down right here. Cool, you write it down. But that idea came from somewhere. You didn't think about that before, and it just came all of a sudden, right? The first time you were thinking about this idea, it just came. You didn't have the information necessary to come up with that idea, but it's there. That idea came from somewhere else other than the mind. And sometimes the problem with our mind when it sends ideas or things onto our brain is that our brain is designed to help us, like, take care of ourselves. To, like, when something's too risky, it tells us, hey, like, maybe you want to do this, but, like, hey, I don't know, it sounds like a little bit too much. Do you think you're actually the brain will feed you that doubt. The mind feeds the brain that the idea, and your brain just kind of starts to get a little scared, and that's when you're like, maybe I'll just leave it aside, right? Once I learned this, I I started to just say, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to write all my ideas down. Whatever works, works. What doesn't work, doesn't work. It's all good, you know? But now knowing this, I've been able to say, fuck it. Like, even if it seems a little bit difficult, I'm going to write it down. When I get to it, I will try to make this shit happen, right? That's the way I look at it. I don't look at any of my ideas as impossible anymore. It's just something that I got to work on now, right? But that's what happens a lot of the times. Ideas come and your brain just tells you, stop. Just stop. Don't try. It's too hard. It's too big. It's too much, whatever. That's why so many people don't even try to do shit. That's why so many people stay stuck, because their mind is feeding them this stuff, these ideas, these thoughts, right? But until you're able to break past your fear, the fear of being judged also by what you're trying to make happen, all that stuff, once you get past all that, you'll start to really, really move forward in life. You won't be so restricted to what your brain is telling you. You'll say, yeah, brain, shut the fuck up. I'm going to go for it anyways. Let's go. You know, you have to be able to break past that. And I think understanding a little bit about the mind and about the brain and how you can make these things work for you. Well, the brain, I feel like more you have to like, the brain is something a little more, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but you have to kind of rewire it. You know, you have to really work with your brain so that it stops telling you not to do shit when you know it's something that if you accomplish, you'll be very, very well off in the end. You have to really work with your brain so that you can like, fucking shut up, brain. Stop telling me not to. Okay, that's the point that you want to get to. And I feel like understanding these couple things here are going to really help you with that. The mind is so powerful. Okay. The mind is so powerful. And through the mind, you will be able to get to the point where you're just taking action, doing the stuff necessary, and working towards your goals and actually making it happen. The way this works is you would have to keep telling your mind, keep feeding your mind the things that you want to accomplish. So like whatever goal you have, okay? Tell that goal to your mind. You have that goal. How about the steps necessary to get to that goal? Well, shit, I don't have the steps yet. Okay, well, how about sit down for a second, you know, start thinking. How are you going to make this happen? Okay, so you sit down, you start thinking, and you get that pencil or pen, whatever. You know, you put it on the paper, and you start thinking. Step 1, do this. Okay, cool. Yeah, that step came from your mind. It fed it onto your brain, and your brain was able to, you know, to pass on that information. Your brain was able to get that information, help you understand that information, and now you're writing it down, right? But your brain is going to be telling you, okay, here we go. Step 1 is a little scary, right? And then you start writing step 2. Your mind gave you that. Your mind gave you step 3, step 4, step 5. Why? Because you thought about these steps, and your thoughts come from your mind. Your mind feeds it to your brain. Your brain tells you, right? That's the way it works. Or at least that's the way it makes more sense to me, right? So I'm gonna fucking tell it the way I believe it, right? So your brain gets that information from the mind, and you start writing it down. The more you feed that goal to your mind, you'll start to realize that your mind will start to tell you, okay, like, Bryan, you really want to make this happen, right? You really want to do this. You really want to accomplish this goal here. You wrote this shit down. You really want to make it happen. This is what it takes to make it happen. So you start to work. And then maybe one day you'll be sitting and you'll be watching TV, or you'll be in front of the computer watching YouTube, you know, for like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 minutes, 1 hour. I don't know, depending on how many videos or how long the video it is that you were watching, right? And then you're just sitting, you're not doing anything productive, and then your mind is going to tell you, hey, Bryan, I thought you wanted to make that goal. I thought you wanted to accomplish that goal. I thought you wanted to make that happen. I thought you wanted to make that dream come to fruition. What's going on? Like this shit ain't helping you. And that's when you're like, fuck. Yeah. Like, this video here isn't really helping me for what I'm trying to accomplish in my life. Let me get to work and let me really get some shit done. Your mind is going to start to work for you, and you don't realize that. And you start to build a habit. You start to build the mindset that makes you work for what you want to accomplish. And as you start to work for things, you prepare yourself. You build your mind. You build your mindset. You build the habits necessary, right? And then shit starts to align. You start to meet acquaintances. You start to meet other people that help you get, to reach your goal. Not that you're using them or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying at all, right? But along the way, people will see, whoa, this guy's going at it. What is he doing? What is he, and people start to get interested, and you're just talking about what you're doing and shit. And then they'll be like, you know what? I want to help you. And it all started with the mind. All of this started with the mind. If your mind wouldn't have fed you that idea and you kept feeding that idea back to your mind that you are going to go for it, that you are going to do it, that you're going to make it happen, since you started doing that, your mind starts to work with you. And you don't realize that eventually you start to become a person that acts according to their goals, according to where they want to be in their lives. And you don't know how this is happening. You don't realize it until maybe a little bit after, but you'll realize, whoa, holy shit, I'm actually feeling bad about watching a movie for 2 hours right now. I feel like I could be doing something more productive. And you're like, what the fuck? That was not me before. No, but now and your mind knows that you have something that you are cooking, that you have to finish up, that you have to make come to fruition, make it a reality. And once you and your mind are in line, shit starts to work forward. Your mind feeds you more shit to help you get to that goal. And you just start to work with it. You start to work towards that. But it all starts with the mind. The thought, the idea, the steps, the plans, attracting other people to help you pursue your goal, your desires. It all started with the mind. When you start to work with your mind and understand how the mind works, you realize it's almost like a life hack. It's almost like this it's there. It's there. It's not a physical thing. It's there. But many people don't see it. Many people don't realize that it exists. Many people don't even don't know the real power or the real influence that your mind can have in your life. Right? The problem with the mind is you feed it crap, it'll give you crap. And I don't know if that's a problem. I think maybe that's good because that kind of tells us, hey, you have to put some into this too. It's not just about talking to your mind and telling your mind this. It's about you putting in the work. It's about you doing shit. So I think you and the mind might even be like a separate thing. And you're kind of like an extension maybe. And that mind feeds the extension, which is you, that information, and you have to act accordingly. And once you start acting accordingly, your mind starts to work with you, right? The beautiful thing about the mind is also that, like I was telling you guys earlier, there's a pool of knowledge, and it has thoughts that you right now, you try to think of something that exists in that pool of knowledge. And in that room where there's nothing but data and information. Try to think of something. Try to have an idea real quick right now. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those of you who actually thought of something that you hadn't thought about before in those 5 seconds, it's probably because you have more access to that room than you think and you have not realized it, or you already have been working in your mindset, and therefore now you have a little more access to that room. But many people don't even know it's there. And the beautiful thing is that there's information in there that we don't know exists. That's why we get new thoughts. That's why we get things that we haven't thought about before. And you're like, what? Why the fuck would I even think about that? Well, yeah, there's information in there that you don't know it's real, that you don't know that it's part of our existence as beings, right? But it's there. And once you realize that it's there, once you realize that how your mind can help you access that, because there's no other way to access this. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. The mind is the only way to access this room, is the only way to access this pool of knowledge. You start to learn more about the mind, and I'm going to tell you, if I tell you one message, one thing, if I had one thing to tell you and that's it, nothing else, for you to do in this life, like if I was just to give you just one tip for your life to lead a happier, a healthier, a more joyful, more successful, more fulfilled life, I would tell you this: learn about the mind and how you can use it to help you accomplish whatever you want in this life. It'll help you be happier. It'll help you be more joyful. It'll help you feel more fulfilled. It'll help you feel like, it'll help you get healthier. It'll literally help you with anything you want in your life, but you have to use it. You feed it as much of your goal as possible, right? You feed it that as much as possible. It feeds it back to you with a little more information. And you guys exchange things, or you beings exchange things. And you start to move forward. It's fucking amazing. It's weird how shit aligns sometimes when you start to learn about the mind. But I feel like the mind could be the key to really making anything happen in your life. The mind. So it's really critical to learn about it. It's really critical to learn about how you can use it to benefit you in this life, in this phase of our journey. I guess you could call it, right? It's really important. If you want to lead a happier life, learn about the mind. How can you use your mind to help you lead a happier life? Maybe the shit that you're doing doesn't make you happy. Well, start thinking of an idea. Start thinking of something that does make you happy. How can you make that idea something that helps you have more success in your life? Like, how can you help that? How can you make that idea that actually, like, find something you like to do, whatever it makes you happy, whatever you do that makes you happy, okay? Maybe it's not making you money, but how about you start talking to your mind? Hey, I want to make money doing this. How can I make money doing this? Hey, I want to make $100,000 doing this one day. Start to feed that to your mind, and then your mind will start working backwards towards you, telling you, hey, all right, look, you want to do this? This is what it takes. Let's go. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. When I read the book, it gave me so much clarity, even more clarity about the mind, right? Because it helped me understand, whoa, I've been doing this and I didn't even know that, right? I've been using my mind to help me for my goals in life, and I didn't even know this. I've been using my mind to become healthier in my life, and I don't even know this. I've been using my mind to do what I'm doing now here, right? For example, this was actually an episode that I was supposed to that I recorded a couple of days ago, right? When I recorded it a couple of days ago, I had very little time to go and pick up my son. After picking up my son, I had other stuff to do because I was going to go to work. I didn't have much time, but my mind was telling me, hey, Bryan, if you want to fucking do this and you want to make this shit successful, you need to sit down, get that mic in front of your face, and start recording. That's what my mind told me. So I did it. And I'm fucking happy doing it. I'm not gonna, like, it's not like I hate this, guys. Like, you know, if you feed your mind the right things will start to happen for you in your life, because you start acting accordingly due to the fact that your mind won't leave you alone about it, you know. But you know it's necessary, so you don't get mad about it. You're like, I like this. I like this. And I'm happy with this. I'm fulfilled. Even though I'm not where I want to be, my mind understands that it and I are working towards something. We're not going to stay here forever. We're going to make shit happen. And we're going to do this together. It's just amazing, guys. Well, I'll leave you guys with that. Again, if there's one thing I can tell you to do in this life, and it's my biggest message, learn about the mind. Learn how you can use it to help you lead a happier life, more fulfilled life. When I was younger, I didn't want to, before I started to develop and grow, and even a little bit after, I had fear to be 95, 85, and then, regret my life, regret not doing anything. But now knowing that I'm working towards something helped me get past that. And it's all been thanks to my mind, thanks to me working with it, and thanks to it working with me. You guys can do the same. You guys can do just the same. I'll leave you guys with that on this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're watching, again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my ugly ass talk a little bit here. And I hope you guys found it just as fascinating as I do. Yeah, but I'll leave you guys with that. If you do like it, give it a like. I would really appreciate it if you were subscribed as well, and hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload another video. And you can keep developing, you can keep learning, and yeah, I'm hyped. I'm really happy doing this. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'll see you guys on the next one. Love you all. Take care. Bye.